So if you've been following me for a while, you know that I started YouTube and politics, just talking straight freedom, and then I switched over to the Second Amendment because for me, in order to help something change, you need to have a mass focus on what you think is one of the most important things. And for me, our freedom is largely based on our ability to participate in the Second Amendment. It is time for America to wake up. It is time for America to stop being unrealistic about what is true and what is not. One of the things that is untrue in America is that gun violence is a problem.
But we also reaffirm our commitment to passing common sense gun safety laws.
There was a recent poll done where it said, what do you think is the most important problem facing this country today? There were dozens of issues before gun violence came up. And rightfully so, because guess what? It affects less than 1% of Americans every single year. Less than 1%. Let's take a look at some of these. Immigration, yes, I would say that is a huge problem. The government and poor leadership, yeah, that one's a no-brainer. Economy in general, high cost of living, unifying the country, ethics, moral, religious, family decline, crime and violence. There's a few I want to touch on though. Gun control is at 1%. Now, this one's kind of odd. Taxes is at 1% as well. You're telling me that only 1% of the people in this country have a problem paying the amount of taxes that we have to pay? Watching the taxes that we have go to stupid stuff like other countries? Last time I checked, the taxes are to better our own country's well-being. It's not for Ukraine. It's not for Israel. It's not to fund an Israel-Iran war. But that's what we're doing. So, gun control is at 1%. Yet, if you look at the media today, it is one of the most focused on issues out there. It is not the amount of fentanyl deaths that are happening. I think there was some statistic that came out that said a plane full of people a day are dying from fentanyl. If we were just seeing one plane a day just take a nosedive into the ground, do you think it would be the top story on the news? Over gun control? Yes. But no, gun control is pretty much one of the biggest topics on the news. It's one of the biggest motivations for this administration, even though it affects 1% of people every year. For all those sports lovers out there, I sure am. If you're still on the hunt for a sports book to call home, bet the Nonstop Madness. Pick from a huge selection of straight bets, props, and odds boosts. Whatever your style, MyBookie makes it super easy to play and get paid. So, sign up now to take advantage of their generous welcome offer to score a massive first deposit bonus of up to $1,000. All you have to do is claim promo code HDCountry. But the fun doesn't stop there. Get up to the minute odds, free bets, and expert predictions to help you decide where you're going to put your money on. The best part about MyBookie, you can bet from anywhere, anytime, and you can bet on anything. Use promo code HDCountry to secure your limited time welcome bonus today. So I had somebody ask me the other day, what do you mean when you say that the Second Amendment is a God-given right? And I thought about it for a second, and I've heard a lot of people say it, including myself, but when people say it, do they truly understand what that means? I'm going to break it down in terms of my belief. If you believe in God, He gave you life. It's a gift. Every morning you wake up is a gift. Every night you go to bed safe is a gift. Every extra day further than your current day is a gift. Now, with that gift, God assigns the responsibility for you to protect the gift. Your responsibility is not to squander it. Your responsibility is not to be irresponsible with it. It is to protect it. And that is all inclusive, meaning trying to be healthy all the way to making sure that somebody doesn't harm you. So if you go into public and you are willingly risking being a part of, I don't know, a grocery store that may get shot up, we've seen it before, you are being irresponsible with the gift God gave you. You're essentially slapping God in the face, saying, yeah, you gave me this amazing gift, but I'm going to go out there and be completely exposed to people who want to do me harm. That is why when people say it is a God-given right, for me, it's more of a God-given responsibility to protect the gift. Do you think He gave people this gift to say, well, I'll let other people decide how they can protect it. And that's all they are. The government is people. They're playing God. They're saying, well, you know what? If you walk into that grocery store, even though there has been mass shootings in grocery stores, you can't be armed just because they have a little sign that says no guns. The people do not answer to the government. Depending on what you believe in, if you believe in God, you answer to one being, and he's not the government. If you were morally correct in your head in terms of what you choose to do in life, you can do no wrong.
The more assault weapons were on the street. They don't account for even not only a bulk, they account for a small percentage of the gun crimes in America. More people out there get shot with a Glock.
Ban assault weapons now. Ban them now. Once and for all.
So when I see all this stuff about gun control coming in, one, it tells me a couple of things. People in the government don't understand how to protect their own gift. People in the government don't understand what a God-given right is. I don't know how else I can say this. But if you believe in a higher power and you're pro-gun control, after listening to this, if you have not dropped your gun control argument, you need to develop a better relationship with the man up there. It is our responsibility when we are in public to protect ourselves and everyone around us. And that can't be infringed on based on what we can carry. Oh man, I live in California, I can't carry a knife this big. Oh man, I live in California, I can't carry a 12-round mag. It's crap. They don't decide. You know, all these people who are putting together gun control bills, I am willing to bet most of the time it's not their idea. It's from these donors. It's from the people who are funneling money into their campaigns that are saying, yeah, we want gun control because we want less people armed. We want more chaos because it brings more news and it brings more laws. And then we'll get to a point where we have complete domination over the people. There is a reason why the violence in America is not being addressed. All this violence going on, guess who they blame it on? Not people. They don't blame it on people. They blame it on tools. They say, oh, yeah, there's a ton of violence out there. Guns are the problem. Australia just had a mass stabbing. Knives are the problem. Oh, there's a horrible culture problem in America where people just shoot each other all day. Oh, but the guns are the problem. I think the problem with our government's thinking in terms of disarming us is they don't understand how innovative people are. If you take something away from us, look at prisons, for example. What can you have in prison? No contraband. Now, I don't know a lot about it, but I do know that there are tons and tons and tons of weapons in prison, constructed from brilliant innovation. Why? Because they have all day. So if you were to just make guns disappear today, you think that violence would stop? No, people would go to Home Depot and they would make one. So if you were pro-God, if you have a higher power, you were disrespecting whoever you think put you on this earth by being pro-gun control or pro-anything that inhibits your God-given responsibility to self-defense.